Hello everyone, this is Jeff Mazzeo, CMO at Scitara. The whole area of AI and generative AI is an incredibly hot topic right now, and every tech company is doing something in this space, and that includes Scitara. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is three areas where Scitara is either helping our customers to achieve the insights that they're trying to get out of lab data using generative AI. And then I'm going to also talk about two areas where we're leveraging generative AI in our future versions of our product. First of all, to make it easier to adopt by our customers. And secondarily, the most exciting for me is really to give our customers unprecedented insights into what's happening in their laboratory, which leverages the connectivity layer of Scitara DLX and a chat-based interface, which I'll talk more about. So let's start with the first area. So when you think about leveraging generative AI, first of all, you need to build the models. And so building models requires data, requires lots of it, diverse data, and context-rich data. And that's one of the roles that Scitara DLX plays for our customers, is that we help by connecting everything in the laboratory and mobilizing that data. We help those models to be as strong as possible by feeding them the diverse context-rich data sets that are required. And then of course, once those models are built, our platform will serve up data so that insights can be gained in terms of what's happening in the laboratory or what's happening with processes at the company, etc. So that's the first thing in terms of the role that Gen AI plays with regard to Scitara and our customers. Really, we are the ultimate foundation layer for them. The second and third area are where we're leveraging Gen AI. So one of the things that I've talked about in past videos is that the Scitara DLX platform basically does three things. It connects everything in your laboratory, and then once they're connected, it automates the flow of data between them. And that flow, that automation of the flow of data, I should say, depending upon how complex you want those workflows to be, they're fully supported, but some of them, especially if they are requiring a lot of different steps, can require some level of coding in either JavaScript or Python. So a lot of people know those languages, but a lot of people don't. So one of the things that we're doing in a future version of DLX is that we're building in Gen AI to produce the code for those people who need it. So for example, if you want to do a certain orchestration or automation, you can just tell the product, hey, this is what I want to build, and it'll serve you up the code that's necessary to do the specific automation that you want to do. So that's going to make Scitara DLX much more easy to deploy, and it'll also allow people like scientists in the laboratory who maybe have no coding experience to build their own automations. So that's very exciting. But then the third area, which is probably the most exciting, at least to me, is that once you have Scitara DLX in place, you can leverage Gen AI through a chat-based interface to, for the first time ever, in natural language, understand what's going on in your laboratory. And what I mean by that is you'll be able to ask questions of this chat-based interface with respect to what's happening in your lab. Let me give you an example. So let's say that you're in a bioprocessing lab and you have some bioreactors that attach to DLX. And DLX is recording things like temperature and pH, et cetera, from those bioreactors. Through this chat-based interface, you'll be able to ask what is the status of bioreactor XYZ? In other words, what's its current pH and temperature, et cetera. And that's pretty powerful, right? Again, using natural language to understand what's happening in your laboratory. But it'll even go further than that, where you can give it agency and allow it to actually do things for you. So for example, you could say, I want you to monitor the pH of bioreactor XYZ every 30 minutes. And if at any time the pH drops below 7.5, I want you to send me an email right away. So now you have this incredibly powerful capability to not only know what's going on in the laboratory, but to proactively be able to take steps based on what you're learning from this chat-based interface. And again, this concept of a natural language interface into the laboratory is something that's been really talked about and dreamed about for a while. Now that's going to be a reality with what we're doing with Scitara DLX. So super exciting. So in summary, again, there's three areas. One is Scitara DLX is the ultimate foundation layer to deliver lab data into your models and into your existing analytics platform so you can get unprecedented insights leveraging Gen AI. Number two, we're leveraging Gen AI in a future version of DLX so that you don't have to do any coding. And number three, this concept of the ability to ask a chat-based interface in natural language what's going on in your laboratory and to ask it to do things for you in the laboratory is absolutely game-changing in the lab space. So once again, this is Jeff Mazzeo, the CMO at Scitara. Thanks as always for listening to my videos, and I look forward to producing another one for you soon. Thanks.